I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this. I hope you will be able to see this well. I'm not so sure about the lighting, but I'm going to try it and move forward. And this was not something that I actually wrote up that I was planning on sharing with the world. I thought it was something that I would just be reading myself. It's in my personal planner. I have one planner that I use for chores and just a general planner. It looks like this. And then I have another one that I use for meals. But if you watched my previous video, you saw that I had a schedule up on our refrigerator that is for reference, quick reference for the children and for myself. This one is a little bit more detailed. I did put in tentative times, and I like to stick with the times, but sometimes life happens and you just have to go with the flow. And so that's when I have a skeleton schedule. If you see on the previous video, I had highlighted some of the things that we did in green and had skeleton written above it. That's because sometimes you can't get into details and you just have to have a survival plan. So that is the survival plan. I'll go ahead and show that to you. Let me see where it is. Right here. This is just a very, very basic school day. If we can't get anything else in, this is just to survive. And that happens a lot. Life happens. And just because you stay home or you homeschool and whatnot, it doesn't mean that you don't have a lot to do. Sometimes you have parents to take care of and to take to different things, and you have friends that need taken care of, and sometimes things are happening in your own household that you have to deal with, and you just need a very basic plan. So that's what this is. That's on those days. And it happens a lot more than we expect it to. You never know what tomorrow is going to hold. So that's whenever we follow this plan here. Okay, so back here, this is when things are perfectly normal. And I'm not a stickler to go through and stick to the exact time. Like, oh no, it's 5 o'clock. I have to cook at 5 o'clock. I could start earlier if I want to. We have chores from 3 to 5. It does not take us 2 hours to do chores. So I can start earlier if I want to, if it's something more involved that's going to take more than an hour. Or I can start at 5:30 if it's a very, very quick meal. Sometimes I might not start cooking until 6 if it's been a crazy day, and we eat at 6:30. You notice after 6 o'clock I don't have any times in here. We try to get to bed between 10 and 11, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. Now I have Monday through Thursday as far as school up here. Friday is set aside for doing school as well if they don't get it all done Monday through Thursday. Sometimes they do, and we can stick to a 4-day-a-week school week, but sometimes they don't. So that's what that's all about. If you see that school Monday through Thursday up there. We did Wednesday last year, and I enjoyed Wednesdays. It gave us a break in the middle of the week to catch up on things. I could use those 3 extra hours to catch up on any chaos that occurred that we weren't able to stay on top of. But, you know, Fridays sounds mighty good too. Our middle son is off on Fridays. So it just seemed like it would be make more sense for us to be off on Fridays. Who knows, I might change it later. That is, if everything is done that I assigned. If not, then guess what happens on Friday? Okay, so what I do is I have a room a day that I work in. Now, I enjoy looking at the Fly Lady system. That might be something that you want to look into, is Fly Lady, if you're looking for a cleaning plan, organizing plan. But for me, I think, I don't know how many zones. They do zones. I think it's probably a 4 or 5, maybe even 6-week rotation. I'm not sure on that, but it's a rotation by the week. I have to do it by the days, especially it works best for us because we are a large family and I can stay more on top of things if I go through that area or zone once a week versus once or so a month. That's just me personally. If it works for you to do it the other way, that's perfect for you. And that's all that matters. So Monday, we do living room. And so I want to show you this. What I did with every zone and every area, every room, is I came up with things that needs to be done every week, no matter what. Now, sometimes, like I said, life happens and we have to skip that week. It'll be there the following week. No big deal. But if we can get to it, this is just like normal. And I have an hour and a half. It does not take an hour and a half. Now, if you're just starting off with something like this and you're behind, it might take an hour and a half. So go ahead and use that time. Schedule it in and use that time. So I have things that needs to be done every week and things that can be done monthly. And I have a few things that I don't have written down that I think that we're going to be able to do like once every 3 months. I'll be writing those down in the calendar, so that will give me a reminder to fit those in for that month. So on Monday, we have a school cabinet. That's the school books. It gets out of control and unorganized quickly. So we'll take a quick 10 minutes of our time to organize the books again. And then we have the hearth and stove. It's a hot spot if you do fly lady. Hot spots are anywhere where there's a place. It's a place that catches a bunch of clutter. People go by and just toss things there, and I guess they have a take care of later attitude. So that's a hot spot. Our hearth seems to be one of those hot spots, especially in the wintertime. People will throw their coats on the hearth and shoes or whatever. We have built-in shelves that I have all of my pretties on, but some people use those shelves more than just for pretties, and they put whatever on the shelves, and so we have to take that and put it in its proper place. And so that's when we unclutter the built-ins and dust all of this. We move the couches if we have to. One couch you can reach under easily. It has high legs on it, but the other couch you sort of have to move, and you can sweep under it and mop under it. The glass, any glass that's in the hallway and the living room and upstairs, we take care of here. And then we have the hallway, stairs, and windows. Any windows in the living room and the stairwell we take care of on this day. So that's every week. Then I have this broken down. This is some stuff that has to be done about once a month. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We have a trunk that I keep a bunch of homeschool and office stuff in that I need to organize about once a month. And then I'll wipe down the walls if they need it on week 1, week 2. Around the entertainment center, we'll dust around there and clean up around there. And then the couches, inside the couches. Week 3, that was this week, it was ceiling fans. Week 4 are the beams and ceilings. They catch a lot of dust. Now, sometimes, like I did this past week, I broke it down, so everybody just pitched in and did 10 minutes of work, and it worked out great. Well, all of the children did 10 minutes of work, and it gave me a considerably less amount to do. So that's what the sticky note is for. I have the same thing for the kitchen. Now, we did, week 3, we did the cabinet tops. I have a bunch of white iron stoneware up there, some old tins up there, and some copperware. And the last time I did that was right before Easter. I thought it was going to be pretty dusty and grimy from perhaps grease that floated in the air being that it's the kitchen area. And so I had Bethany to go around with the step stool and get everything from off the tops of the cabinets, and I washed them, and she wiped off the cabinet tops and then put everything back, and it took us 17 minutes. And so that's 6 cabinets. It took 17 minutes. So that was pretty good. We had a system going and it didn't take us long at all. So that was good. I had scheduled, I was guessing it would take about 30 minutes. If I was doing it by myself, it would have, but I had a partner to help me. Next week, under the refrigerators, well, I just did that last 4th week. I'm not going to need to do under the refrigerators every month. So that's something that can be quarterly too. But what I was going to say is the cabinet tops weren't as bad as we thought they were going to be. So I think that can be done quarterly. So I'm still tweaking this as we go around into the 2nd month. We are in the 3rd week of the 2nd month of doing this plan. So it will make more sense once we have done this a few times. And so the microwave cart, we do the microwave every week, but the cart we don't get to about once a month. And then the Lazy Susan cabinet gets pretty cluttered, and I have to wipe the shelves quite often. So that's that actually I have for Tuesday, but we're doing that on Wednesdays now. On Tuesdays now, we're going to catch up on laundry room stuff, and then I'll just do some big cooking, whatever I want to do, like granola or whatever. During that time, Thursdays is bedroom day. This is what we do every week. And then this is the monthly list. And y'all, if I see that it doesn't need to be done, I'm not doing it. This is just to cover all of our bases and to check it out. If it needs to be done, then we'll do it. If not, then I'm not going to worry about it. And then Friday, bathrooms. Every week is this. And a lot of times I'll swish the toilet and wipe down the sinks more than just once a week. It's on an as-needed basis pretty much. And then monthly is this. I did the baseboards indoors today. And so also I have errand and shopping day. Just in case we don't have any school on Fridays, I plan on shifting it from, generally I do it on Thursdays. I'm going to shift it to Fridays. If I can. Hopefully I can. Some habits are really hard to break. And then this is the schedule you saw. The kitchen schedule. I told you about the skeleton survival schedule. I should just call that survival schedule. This is something that did not work out, so I'm not even going to go over that. As far as laundry, the laundry system, it just did not work for us. I'll talk more about that some other time maybe. So yeah, that is what is in my planner. And I can make more sticky notes and switch these chores around so everybody has a chance to do something different. And it doesn't take long to sit down and assign it. And I try to keep it pretty even for them because you know how children are. They like to keep score with a lot of things. So that is pretty much it as far as this goes. I hope it's been helpful. And you are welcome, more than welcome, to share anything that you have to add to this. Or if you have a system that you use, please share it in the comments and let us know what your system is. And if you have a link to your YouTube channel, or if you don't just want to say the name of your YouTube channel, we can go and check out if you have any videos on this as well. So I hope you have a great weekend and happy planning and happy cleaning. Bye.